Hi, this is Hope. I wanted to tell you about a dream I had on Saturday morning, October 24th, 2015. I titled this The Tennis Shoe Dream. These are my husband's tennis shoes. It's kind of funny. I now have props for my videos. Okay. So I was with my coworkers in the dream, and we were going on our lunch hour to shop. The only pair of shoes I had was a new pair of white tennis shoes, and they had a splash of red and blue, just kind of like this. The shoes had not been unwrapped. My friends left to get in the car, and another co-worker named Josh was watching me unwrap the shoes and put them on. These were not shoes I would normally buy, as they were not pretty or fancy, and I'm a female. I would like to have them pretty or fancy, but in the dream, I felt that the shoes would do the job. They did have shoelaces, and I don't believe I tied them all the way. I don't recall, but the shoe fit width-wise, and it felt fine to walk in, but I noticed it had at least an inch in both the front and the back to grow into, I guess. Wasn't really sure. I left the building with Josh, and we were in the parking lot. My friends were on the left, getting into the car. I saw to the right of me the most beautiful thing, a very small container, like the size of a basketball, and there was a hummingbird inside it. It was singing and it was drinking nectar from flower, and there were a lot of flowers inside this small container. I wanted to be in that container with it and just enjoy God's nature. Then I looked further to the right, and I saw what looked to be like a tent-like structure, like the ones that they have in stores in the spring. They set them up and then they start selling vegetables and flowers in them. Inside that structure, I could see a large grove of trees with fruit on it, and it was nighttime in there. It had beautiful twinkling stars, and I just wanted to go in there and take pictures with my iPad for my website. That's you guys. But I knew if I did that, I could not help my coworker friends. It also occurred to me that I was quickly using up Josh's lunch because he only gets half an hour. I knew I could stay and enjoy the beauty on the right of the parking lot, but I went to the left, knowing I needed to be with my friends. I also felt I could come back after I helped them out and enjoy the beautiful area when their lunch was over, because I would still have time. So here's my interpretation. These shoes, white tennis shoes, are for the remnant bride to walk in now, no matter which direction we go. We were chosen before the foundation of the earth. There is nothing we could do to qualify as this remnant. Yet the Lord has brought us to the point, and we are qualified. All these listings of things that we are told in church we must do, repentance, communion, holiness, He made me care about those when He started waking me up. He showed me what they really meant. They're a lot different than we learn in church. And now I want to do them all the time. Every moment of the day I want to be part of this. And I didn't learn that from church. I learned that from God. And I believe that's because He woke us up to our purpose. The new shoes, again my interpretation, are tennis shoes, and they're good, which means they're good for any terrain or situation, really. I was just unwrapping them, so they're the final pair of shoes at the end of our race. I am constantly concerned about what I say out loud to my coworkers. I don't want to be humorous or sarcastic and find out that later on it actually hurts someone. That has happened to me. People say things that they think are just funny, but they're really not, and it hurts, and I know this, and I know you know this. So I don't want to do this to others, so I'm guarding my tongue. I can't remember if I tied the shoes all the way or not, but if the tongue of the shoe was loose, then I need to continue in prayer in that area. But I definitely remember tying the shoes to start with, so that was part of the dream. I then left the building with, quote, Jesus in front of me. Now, the name Joshua is another translation of Jesus, and he is overseeing what we do as the bride, just like Josh was during the dream. He actually was standing there with his arms together watching me tie my shoes very seriously. So, to me, he represented Jesus. Ironically, in real life, my coworker Josh is the son of a preacher, but he does not act like the son of a preacher. That's all I'm saying. He also has a shorter lunch than me, so because he works in a different area and they actually take breaks in the afternoon and mornings, which I don't. So all of that part of the dream is true. Also in the dream, I had a clear choice to make in the parking lot. I believe this applies to all of us now. We can either choose the easy route and bask in the Lord's love and beauty until the end, or we can continue on our same path, the one He set for us now. We are still the remnant bride. We still have the shoes on no matter what, no matter where we go in this parking lot. We cannot be disqualified because the Lord will just pull us back to Him as He did in the first place by waking us up. He will catch us if we fall, if we sin. We know we go to Him right away, and He takes care of that. But there's a definite purpose in this walk to the left, a ministry of sorts, whether you believe you have one or not, you really do. In helping our fellow man and our family and friends, we are already working in the harvest. We have the white shoes on. We are working. We can either continue on working with the lukewarm and lost in our fields, or we can take an easier route, but it's still fulfilling. So I believe that this is meant for all of us. We need to pray about this path. Now, this is a personal note. In a way, this dream was personal because lately I have felt maybe I should close the website down and really focus on the Lord by reading my Bible, worshiping with the music, and just praying, and all those things just singularly all by myself. And the beautiful, realizing that God is everywhere, including nature. And perhaps by this dream, the Lord is giving me that choice now. But I have prayed consistently and really fervently for my coworkers. I remember having an MRI a couple of years ago that took 45 minutes, and the whole time I pictured each and every coworker where they sat and prayed for each one individually. I really want every one of them, including my bosses, in heaven with me for forever. And so in my dream, I feel like if I take the easy way to the right and just close down, not do my website, not talk about my end of the world stuff with my friends and in loving discussions, then my friends and coworkers, they may not make it. So that's just my take on the dream, and Jesus is watching over what I will do. So I already know what I'm going to do. I'm going to continue with the website. I'm going to continue talking to my friends. I am in it till the very end, and I've got my sword and my armor of God on every single day, so I'm not changing anything. But I think this dream applies to all of us. We are in this time where we can choose to really cut out of the world and go and just focus on the Lord, or we can continue focusing on Him and also what the purpose is for us. So I hope that helps you.